Hello YouTubers. In this video we're going to be changing the rear gear oil in our 2007 Chevrolet Silverado. In order to start the job, we want to make sure we're prepped and ready. The bolts that we need are 13 millimeter, so we need to have a ratchet and a socket for that. And then we also want to break loose our fill plug first, otherwise you could get stuck. Always undo that first. And then I have my 2 quarts of fluid. If it takes a little bit more, I have another half bottle of that. I will let you know when we finish the job. And then I have a new gasket. You could probably get a drain plug in here and drain it, but we're going to try and do it by just replacing the plug is out. Next, let's start with our 14 millimeter bolts going around the perimeter. So the way I chose to start this off is by undoing the top bolts first, because there's going to be no fluid to come out at the top, and then start my loosening at the bottom once I've got these already out of my way, so that I can take my screwdriver and get behind this and pull this panel out. So let's finish getting the rest of these lower bolts out and we should be good. So all I'm doing is just prying here just a little bit, just until the gear oil starts to come out. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, the rear end cover is off. We got a bunch of gasket material to clean up while it's draining, so all I'm gonna do is get a razor blade, get in here and get all this old gasket off. Okay, all the surfaces are clean. Everything looking really good. I've made sure to clean out anything that has fallen into here. We don't want any kind of debris, dirt, whatever in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is put on my gasket and put in my bolts. One thing to note, this gasket only wants to fit one way. All the holes will line up perfectly in one place. So we want to tighten these down to 30 foot-pounds. So the next thing we want to do is cut off the tip of our thing here, and we're going to insert it into there and fill her up with some oil. So we're all done. Everything topped off just fine. It ended up taking 2.5 quarts, probably just a little bit less than that, but 2.5 quarts is where I was. I drained it pretty dry. So that's it, YouTubers. That's all there is to it. Undo the bolts, take off the gasket, clean up the surface, put it back together, and fill it with fluid. If you like the video, like the video.